Patreon request time once again, and it is Young Thug finally winning the poll for Beautiful Thugger Girls. It's actually quite hard for me to say for some reason. You guys have been on at me for ages to do this one, so I'm excited to hear it. Guys, if you're seeing this on YouTube and you're wondering what the hell I'm talking about, link down in the description to the Patreon. Not only can you see this album reaction uncut, and indeed all album reactions from the channel uncut on the Patreon, but every single week we get an extra album reaction decided by the patrons, along with polls, Q&As. There's going to be some listening parties to the Discord, their Discord access. Check it out if you want to support the channel. For now though, Beautiful Thugger Girls time, let's go.
Yeah. What up? I'm trying to put my dick inside of your panties. Yeah. Causing me to sleep and I ain't playing it. Yeah. I got some jobs all day, roll like a jar all day.
I mean, I'd heard this was kind of doing the trap country thing way before Lil Nas X. You can kind of tell from the front cover anyway, but straight away, very, very interesting, different sound. I'm going to see where this one goes.
What's Back a bad bitch, I got a foreign son. Tummy gun, found a real tummy guns. I dropped out, kill all you bastards. I wanna wrestle, the bread ambassador. No nothing that's bastards. Like family don't matter.
Okay. Man, I really like the texture of the instrumental there. If we're going to have a whole album that's going to be sounding like this, then I'm definitely up for it. And his voice, as weird as it always is, kind of works quite well in this lane. I feel like this is going to be a record. If it's all like this, I don't want to get too pausey. I'll try and pause more in between the songs. Obviously, I'll pause occasionally during the songs as well. But this feels like a record to let it wash out. I mean, I don't know. I'm halfway through one song. Shut up, John.
Trying to party Rolls Royce inside the Piccadilly.
Okay.
Oh, he had a cup of
This is very Old Town Road before Old Town Road, isn't it?
Half a million white tees, of course. Better put my dick in your mouth right when you yawn. You gotta put that push my lip whenever I'm on one.
Did he just say I need to put my dick in your mouth as soon as you yawn? That is absolutely unacceptable behaviour, Young Thug. You can't go around doing that, country music or not.
Rolling through the W6, you feeling me? I'm feeling you.
So Millie Go Lightly was on Slime Language 2, and that was the first time I heard her. It was a great voice. She appears, a couple of times on here. Alright. So much for not pausing. I paused like 5 times in one song, sorry.
Hear the track spinning back, catch a vibe too. Just the shit that be bad, so bad it's good for you.
Like family don't matter.
Great opener, man. What a pleasant listen. That was on a, what? I'm listening at like 9:10 in the morning on a Wednesday morning here in the UK. I don't think I'd have liked to have listened to anything more than that. When Millie Go Lightly came in, took the song to another level, when the beat dropped back in, pretty damn good. We'll ignore that one line from Young Thug. We'll ignore it.
Hope I see you tomorrow. Trying to see you. I'm the Black Christian Grey. Yeah. I wanna be you.
Ooh.
I know you right. I got 3 bitches on the slide. PJ man, baby, let's go to live. 2 rest from shoes. My Jimmy Choo. My bitch Chanel. Hit it fool. I got Chanel on my sock. About to eat her ice cream. I came from pillar to post. Ice in my bag, my back on froze.
This isn't as strong a song on first listen as Family Don't Matter, but yeah, nice atmospheric instrumental, just a nice flow to it again, nice energy, not quite as aggressive as some of Young Thug's other music. Enjoying this, so far a pleasant listen on a Wednesday morning.
Right, bitch, I keep a knife like Michael Myers. I'm about to stab dirty time like pork. Oh, yeah. I know you right.
Yeah, you could almost hear The Weeknd singing over this. I really like that sort of high-pitched, pitched-up vocal sample in the instrumental. Good stuff so far, man.
Drinks in the air. Rich nigga put that as a spade in the air. Coffin. I'm about to turn it up. She wanna party with a real nigga. She wanna party with a real nigga. Yeah. Twist it like a 2C roll. Like a movie, play your fucking role. Can't believe my circle small like Cheerio. Hate to say. Her heartbeat, my racing, but we gotta pace it. Sit on my face, that pussy wet like she fresh out the licking. I milk this place, I beat the case, crank up my generator. I want you for real. And if you feel like I wasted your time, I reimburse. Now I don't mind for the little party.
Yeah. Perfectly enjoyable track. Nothing really stood out for me on that one on first listen. But yeah, enjoyable record so far. Weird name of the next song. Daddy's Birthday. Alright.
Just a typical day in the yo, know what I'm saying? I'm high as fuck. Yeah. Bay on flexing, extensive. Yeah. I'm just texting. Brand new Rari, Smith & Wesson. You.
Oh, okay.
Father, 6 babies.
So it's not actually a weird song title at all. I was thinking we were getting into some weird sex stuff, to be honest. He's talking about his kids. He's talking about the fact that it's perhaps his birthday or his own dad's birthday, or yeah, getting a little more personal. I've never heard Young Thug be introspective really ever, or if I have, I've never understood what he was singing. But that's not really what I expect from an artist like Young Thug. So it's interesting to suddenly hear this talking a bit more honestly and openly.
Camel toe big, I see the print inside the suit. Rose go my girl up, no minute 92. You gotta forgive my heart, I don't mean to stunt like that. I don't mean to do that to you. Red bottoms on, come at me, yellow.
I had to check actually because it really sounds like a Migos track, and then he's using different voices. Seems like it's all Thug, so I thought that was maybe one of the Migos on there appearing out of nowhere, although it didn't really sound exactly like them, but with all the ad-libs and everything like that. Yeah, I like this song. Apparently with production from Scott Storch as well. Legend.
Okay, baby, gotta keep your teeth straight.
Perhaps not quite as introspective all the way through as I thought it was going to be, but yeah, still, like, production, fantastic on that one. I'm just enjoying the vibes of the record, definitely so far.
Fuck me, suck me, L-O-V-E, do you love me? In the tubby, popping bubbly. Tell them who you are, do you know who we are? These women know who we are, plenty Benjamin on me.
A little bit of an Afro swing sort of style in that beat there. A little bit of reggaeton as well, but more of an Afro swing style of beat. Interesting switch up for Young Thug. Not heard him on this type of beat before, I don't think. Yeah, alright.
Lick your body while I give you a massage. Ain't talking Nikki, I'm about to have a menage. Twat on my face all day. Hold up, got a cake, about to spray. Hold up, bust in her hair, Milky Way. Hold up, kick shit, Johnny Cage. Hold up, she the bomb like a damn grenade. STD, I'm taking over your ward. Girl, fine body, smooth and all. Plan on having more kids than God. I turned up her closet, now she look like a ball. Now my drinks are clean, I fill them up with that.
Did he just say planning to have more kids than God?
No tassels on your shirt, you never want to. How about the Benz cool?
Very enjoyable song. Silly song through a lot of it, but that's fine. I'm liking a different style of this record. Doesn't feel like all just trap beats all the way through. After Slime Language 2, which was way too long, obviously it was a compilation album, but I get it. But yeah, it was way too long. Too many of the tracks were too samey. If there's one thing that I want to hear from Young Thug, it's character, dude. The guy is just full of character. These songs sound weird. If you've never heard any music that sounds like this, or indeed any of his music, and then you listen to him the first time, you're like, what the fuck am I hearing? We're all a bit more used to it, so it doesn't sound quite as crazy. But then he goes and says something like, I want to have more kids than God. And you go, yeah, this guy's not like normal people. Okay, relationship now with Future. Young Thug and Future obviously have appeared on many tracks together. Normally complement each other very well. People didn't like that Superstar track though on Slime Language 2. But typically the hit ratio is pretty good.
Shining hard, go we back up.
Okay.
I'm in a relationship with all my bitches, yeah. I need to cut some of them off, I need help. I know how to make the girl go crazy when you treat her like your number one baby.
Is this what a love song sounds like when your mind has been totally corrupted by toxicity? Because that's almost what it sounds like. Because it's like, oh, he's sounding kind of loving, kind of almost like adoring, doting almost on this track. Yeah, he's in a relationship with all these bitches.
Give me a 10, cocaine kill it 10. All the bitch want do is shine. All of my pick which kind. I made it was I'm in a
Nice drop.
relationship with all my bitches, yeah. I need to cut some of them off, I need help.
Papa it's feel like a Malcolm. Yeah.
I'm in a relationship with all my bitches, yeah.
The drop of the beat is really good on this one. I don't think it's quite as interesting a track as some of the others on the record, in all honesty. I think it's a bit more standard, to be honest. It's not like a classic trap track. It doesn't have the kind of harshness of it. Bit more of a pop, almost R&B vibe to it, I guess, but perhaps not my favourite on the record so far. But like the drops of the beat and that funny little whistle or whatever it is in the beat's working for me.
So what's up with all that goddamn tough talk you had earlier on the phone? You know what I'm saying? When you saying you was gonna goddamn do this and that to me when you saw me. You said you gon' love me to death when you see me. You said that. You said that. You said you gon' do me the worst. I remember you right when you said that. Said that. Ooh, ooh. I want you to say that. Ooh, ooh. I want you to say that. Jeffrey. Ooh, ooh. Hey. Now you'd rather have my dick than a watch. And I'm not right about her thing.
Facts.
I got a strong feeling she'll take me.
I know that she'd rather have my dick than a watch. Facts. Listen to facts.
And I know right now she'd rather have my dick than a watch. And I'm not right about her. Said you gon' fuck me to death when you see me. You said that. You said that. You said you gon' do me the worst. I remember you right when you said that. Lick on that puss on the pill and I make her stand up like some bunny hill. I bite on the butt and I suck on her toes and her soul go out of here.
Last week she told me we ain't gon' make it past this day. We in my house, she wanted me to leave, but where am I gonna stay? She hit the keys in the attic. She even tried to hide my paddock. Said I won't change, won't change. I regret I put you.
Quavo on another 6-minute plus trap classic so far. I mean, let's see how the second half of this song goes. But I'm talking about Oh My Dissa, one of my favourite. Well, it's just one of my favourite songs I've ever heard on this whole journey. This isn't there yet, but right now that instrumental is killer. I like the fact that Young Thug got distracted from whatever he was talking about because he just got so thirsty in his own mind. He just started talking absolute nonsense. Quavo hitting that kind of smoother flow in here. I'm sure we'll go back to a snap in a minute, mate. Yeah, the album has picked back up. Business has picked back up.
Head so big it explodes.
You said you gon' fuck me to death when you see me. You said that. You said that. You said you gon' do me the worst. I remember you right when you said that. I can't red out the red hole. I smoke a whole leaf. I'm drinking cold.
Gets this moody bit.
I want some hidden knees. I don't want no teeth. Feeling I make her stand up like some bunny hills. I bite on the butt and I suck on her toes and her soul go out of here. She look at him like he gon' kill and I turn around her.
Yep. Nearly 7 minutes that was. Definitely one of my favourite Young Thug songs. At nearly 7 minutes, man. 6 minutes 42 seconds. Loved it. That instrumental, the harp or whatever the fuck it was in instrumental, maybe a mandolin, I never know. They all sound very similar to me. The contrast between Young Thug's kind of almost manic energy at times and the smooth elements of Quavo's parts, the way the beat pulled back and dropped back in, those smooth and moodier parts. Yes. Back up.
Don't make him mad, he'll put a side bitch on his side bitch titties. Don't make him mad, he'll put a side bitch on his side bitch on his side bitch. Hop off a jet. Hop off a jet. Shot that boy so many times he caught on fire. Every single night I'm spitting fire. And she's in the bill, I'm dead wrong. With it room in my Japanese home. Rockin' skin like a cover girl. You can come and chill with me. Let's drink a pint of codeine.
Okay, easy breezy, beautiful Thugger Girls. I get why the album is called that now. Yeah, this song isn't as good as the last song, but again, nice vibey album track. Again, instrumentals all the way through this record. Really good, man. Really strong. I feel like some trap instrumentals have lost their way. This is, 4 years old? 3.5 maybe? Or 4.5. What happened, man? You can still get great trap instrumentals. Savage Mode 2 came out not long ago. There's some good ones on SL2 as well, but I feel like it's just got a bit samey here. Much more interesting elements going on in the instrumentals, and I feel like that was the case for Music About. Well, kind of just before I started reacting, just before Rock Reacts, right? It feels like there was all these amazing trap albums that I'm discovering through this journey, and the stuff since, less so. Not totally. I mean, that Gunna One album is good, a few others, but less so.
Hold on.
Cookie Monster again.
Young Chop on the beat.
Hey, yo, nephew. I think it's time to put some of that real sticky.
Yeah, I just got like PTSD from hearing Snoop's voice after watching the fucking Jake Paul fight the other day. Although Snoop was far from the worst on that commentary. Oscar De La Hoya, what the actual fuck?
I wanna get higher. How they call my go-to guy. Gotta know this. Get a password. Like, about to drink a whole lot of syrup. But the Billy go missing, stash in the curve. Watch the city go missing, me young nigga ran out with little bitty birds. Fuck you, man. Like I got 50 cent on me. Trap spots like a store.
It's always a weird, like, I guess juxtaposition is a word that you could use, almost contradiction sometimes in Young Thug's music, especially on a track like this, where the instrumental is laid back, the vibe of it is laid back, almost like a smoking joint, but he is using a kind of that manic voice that he often uses in parts of it, and then he switches to this much more laid back singing tone here, which makes you realise and understand that the manic part is deliberate to try and create a slightly offsetting, no pun intended, but offsetting type of sound, and it is very unique. I mean, this, by all common sense, with the instrumental, with the name of it, with Snoop on the track, would just be a mellow joint, but at the same time, Young Thug's bringing a kind of mania to it, but not for all of it. It's a weird one. It makes it unique. It definitely makes it unique.
Like I roll up 2.5. Happy 420, roll up 2.5. Way too strong, don't remember these guys. Hold up so high on wrist, my lip. She got a camel toe, I call her Marlboro. I take you from the stars, take you to my world. I wanna get higher. Like they call my go-to guy. Gotta know
A lot of old money. Everybody wants something from me. Gotta keep my hands on the steering wheel, cause I foot the bill and I shoot the kill and I slide around in that Snoopville and my gas tank is on full. Stack goods, then backwoods, we cock back and we pull.
Snoop rolling back the years.
Shit, nigga, we lit and I'm seasick for real. Fuck a thug, what it does, let's get this motherfucking money, cuz I...
Well, man, I tell you, for a Wednesday morning recording, 10 a.m. nearly now, what an enjoyable record this is so far. Just so smooth, almost all of it. So listenable, just the tone of it, the way, the key most of it's in. Stuff like that, just simple musicality. A very, very pleasant listen. Again, very smooth track. Snoop Dogg rolling back the years, Lil Durk nice and smooth on that one. Yeah, man, just a nice record. Listen, there's toxicity in there, but it's not that toxic, not really. Mostly just very enjoyable. Some real standout tracks as well. I think the first track, I think You Said, I put that one up there as well. But nothing really dropping below, like really solid stuff. Very enjoyable. Into the kind of back lane of the album now. Back lane? What the fuck am I talking about? What's that mean? You know what I mean. Okay.
I want that pussy in the rain. I'ma make sure lil' mama feel it. Every eyeball that look at me, she want it. Yeah, I fuck that bitch good, I don't tease her. Nigga, that why she not leaving. And you know that I smoke on that kush, no Khalifa. And I do it for my people. For real. I'm so geeked up on your love and I don't need no mind, let's go for real. Behind closed doors, they get dressed. Pussy where I don't work, man.
This is almost like a track where he's totally fucked up on lean or whatever the hell else, and is just like pouring out whatever the fuck he's feeling at the time. It's called Feel It. And the expansiveness of the sound, it's almost making me a little woozy, just because there's so much going on. There's so many layers to the track. I mean, those trap hi-hats are in there, but they're just buried down with all this other stuff that's going on. Yeah, just vibing out to this one, definitely. I really do fucking like this album. This may well be, by the end of it, my favourite Young Thug record that I've heard. Almost definitely.
make me feel it, make me feel it, make me feel it. Oh, I won't feel it, I won't feel it, I won't feel it, I won't feel it. Baby, I want you, truly. I'm dabbing, I hop in your car and I smash it, I smash it. Hop, I ain't gon' roll this, yeah, I'm Trinidad. They look like they don't wanna put, but they at.
No, we drive with this hand in the UK. I guess if you're in the States, you're switching it to that way. But you're probably not using it. I'm ruining the song. What am I talking about?
I only get it when I feel it.
Yeah. Yes. Record goes from strength to strength.
It's a new song. I'm gonna let you hear a little bit. Play it. Well, this why. Well, this why.
Okay.
Who you loyal to? Me or us? Who you trust the most? Me or us? Who you wanna forgive? Me or us? Who you wanna take on your flight? Me or us?
Woo! Come on. It's jumping between the left and right channels as well if you're listening on stereo headphones as opposed to out the phone or whatever. Yeah, I like this so far. I thought he was just gonna launch into fucking Delilah by playing White Tees for a minute there, but now we got the beat dropping in, that little chord shift as well. Yes, sir.
I wanna know, tell me, little baby, I wanna know. I got a show, fuck my show, you my show. Black of the berry, drink my cream. Bet you dig it on this side. Well, this one.
Okay.
Well, this one. Well, this one.
Yep. Album goes from strength to strength, man. Really like that one. Interesting. Didn't outstay its welcome either. And if this is a showcase of Young Thug's versatility, as much as anything, actually, for me, this is almost like proof that Young Thug is actually a fantastic musician. This is an album really showcasing to me that he is capable of trying all sorts of different things while still never losing that Young Thug weirdness.
Out riding on a bike on a very late night. Oh yeah. Look at that star right now. I walk down the street, girl got 'em. I'm just in it, baby, show world, yeah. And if you like her, then I love her, they does. On a very late night, she give me chills, I'm for real.
Okay. All right.
I say, you don't wanna walk a mile in my jeans. Oh no. I get that green asparagus, bust it down with the ting, and we gon' shop it all day. This make sure everybody flossing, everybody start to see. My hue blow blue when I'm making plays on sloss and lazy. Bust it down good, then get a shake to a J. Now 10 all, we don't play, yeah. Private jet counting digits, red light, I'm drinking red. Take care of everybody around me and live my life with rich. And I ain't true, I'm on God. Pussy never not wet, never got you upset. Patty cake when that check hit, for the family's Russian roulettes. On the car seat, my hue blow blue when I'm making plays on Slauson. Hey, I'm making big old plays.
And picked up the pace there on For Your featuring Jackie after Oh Yeah, which is a much lower key track. I was still enjoying it, but yeah, really enjoyed that track. Just thoroughly enjoyable record so far. I reckon this is definitely my favourite Young Thug album that I've heard. Unless this last song that's coming up is a song specifically about how Young Thug hates John Denton, which I think is unlikely. I think this is going to end up being my favourite Young Thug record, even off just one listen. Really enjoyable, really varied, just high quality music production, amazing all the way through, funny. Let's go.
Hood girl missing to the light. Sex and all drugs. Oh yeah. Leave the money on the counter.
I like the electro elements in here, some of the almost like synthwave elements that you have in here as well. I mean, this instrumental wouldn't sound massively out of place on a Church's record. Okay, maybe that's a bit of a stretch. But I think you know what I'm saying. Yeah, it's not just all that same trap stuff, different BPMs, everything. Yeah, I think it's my favourite, man. Great shout, patrons. You always bring it. Always.
Making my masturbate into your news, yeah. Take care. Hey, take care. Made some words yellow, they ain't coming no screen in my jean Rockefeller. Rafe umbrella for the whole gen club when I throw my cheddar. She got shot, I don't want nobody to know me. Get on my dick and she rolling me. I fuck her hard like she on me. Put it in deep, now she moaning. Marcus, ready for war like a Spartan. You can't block me like a Martian. My bro gotta sound like a Marcus. A good girl with a missing tail light. Living tremendous for band. Trip on these hoes, make them panic. I did them wrong and I meant it. New Derrick Rose and I'm winning. I'm on the savage to give you a ring, right? Take care.
Yeah. Yes. Beautiful Thugger Girls. Strong from beginning to end. Nearly an hour long. Breeze through it on a Wednesday morning. Absolutely breeze through it. Talking standout tracks, I think their first track, Family Don't Matter, really interesting. I thought we were going to get more country vibes all the way through, actually. We kind of didn't, really, apart from that track. But yeah, it was a brilliant track. I think You Said featuring Quavo was a special one. I really enjoyed Get High. I really enjoyed, I think it was Feel It. I forget now of these last few tracks. Take Care was excellent. For Your was excellent. But honestly, there wasn't a bad song on the record. There wasn't even like a mediocre song on the record. I'd say probably, actually, on first listen, the track Relationship with Future is probably the least interesting track. But then again, on future listens, that might be the one that stands out more. Who knows? But I do know I'll be listening to that again because it was an easy breezy, beautiful Thugger listen. Definitely, and really made my Wednesday morning. Loved it. Patrons, you killed it. If you're watching this on YouTube and you want to watch it in uncut form, like I said at the beginning of the video, link down in the description to the Patreon, and you could have seen this over a month before it came out on the channel, along with every single week an extra album reaction decided by the patrons. You've got Q&As, polls, Discord listening parties, all sorts of stuff, and that's how we do this. That's what keeps the lights on over here. So thank you to the patrons. As always, if you want to support the channel, do jump on there. Otherwise, I will catch you all very soon, guys. Peace and love. Peace.
Yo, Luca.